Welcome to Module 2 of the CPP course, Crisis Management. In this chapter, we will focus on emergency and business continuity management. This module is designed as per the ASIS Certified Protection Professional Syllabus and is aligned with the Protection of Assets framework. As security professionals, our role is not limited to prevention alone. We are expected to prepare for emergencies, manage crises when they occur, and ensure business continuity so that organizations can survive disruptions and recover effectively. Let us begin by understanding the broader context of crisis, emergency, and business continuity management. In this chapter, we will take a comprehensive look at the three core pillars of organizational resilience: emergency management, crisis management, and business continuity management. These three areas work together to help organizations prepare for, respond to, and recover from disruptive events. Emergency management focuses on immediate response to incidents that threaten life and safety. Crisis management deals with strategic decision-making and leadership during high-impact events. Business continuity management ensures that critical business functions can continue or be restored after a disruption. Understanding how these three pillars connect is essential for protecting people, assets, reputation, and operations in any organization. The methodology of this field has evolved over time. Earlier, organizations focused mainly on contingency planning, which was largely about recovery after a disruption. Over time, this evolved into disaster preparedness, which primarily focused on natural disasters and emergency response. With increasing complexity of risks, the approach expanded into crisis management, which is inclusive of all types of threats, natural, technological, and man-made. Today, the focus is on resilience, which is a holistic and long-term approach. Resilience integrates contingency planning, disaster preparedness, crisis management, security management, and crisis management programs into a single, coordinated framework. The objective is not just to respond to crisis, but to build organizations that can absorb shocks, adapt to disruptions, and continue functioning effectively over the long term. This chapter focuses on three distinct but interconnected disciplines that together help organizations fulfill their mission even during disruptive events. The first is emergency management. This deals with planning for and managing immediate emergencies such as fires, medical incidents, natural disasters, or security breaches. The primary focus here is life, safety, and incident stabilization. The second is crisis management. This involves strategic response and leadership when a situation threatens the organization's reputation, operations, or long-term viability. Crisis management looks beyond the immediate incident and focuses on organizational impact and decision-making. The third area is business continuity. This ensures that critical business functions can continue during a disruption and can be restored within acceptable timeframes. Business continuity planning focuses on maintaining operations and minimizing downtime after an incident or crisis. Emergency management is a formal, structured process used to prepare for and respond to all types of emergencies. It provides a systematic approach to planning, training, equipping, and coordinating response actions to protect life, property, and the environment. The emergency management model shown here is widely adopted and was originally developed for government agencies, but it is equally applicable to private organizations and corporate environments. For security professionals, emergency management forms the foundation of operational response, ensuring that teams are prepared to act quickly and effectively when incidents occur. Emergency management is built around four key elements: mitigation, preparedness, response, and recovery. Mitigation focuses on actions taken to reduce the likelihood or impact of disasters, such as physical security measures, safety systems, and protective infrastructure. Preparedness includes planning, training, exercises, and coordination carried out before an incident occurs, so that the organization is ready to respond effectively. Response refers to the immediate actions taken during and shortly after an emergency to protect life and property and to stabilize the situation. Recovery involves restoring operations, resources, and capabilities after the incident and implementing improvements based on lessons learned. Together, these four elements form a continuous cycle of readiness and improvement. Emergency management frameworks vary by country, but many follow similar principles and structures. Examples include frameworks used in Canada, the United Kingdom, Australia, New Zealand, and across the Caribbean. These national systems provide guidance on roles, responsibilities, coordination mechanisms, and response structures during emergencies. While these frameworks are developed for government and public safety agencies, the core principles are highly relevant to corporate and organizational emergency management programs. For CPP candidates, it is important to understand that emergency management practices are influenced by national frameworks, but organizations must adapt them to fit their specific risk environment, legal requirements, and operational needs. Crisis management is a holistic management process designed to identify potential threats and reduce their impact on an organization. It provides a framework for building organizational resilience, enabling leaders to respond effectively when events threaten safety, operations, reputation, brand, or stakeholder confidence. Crisis management deals with both physical emergencies and non-physical events, such as product recalls, legal issues, cyber incidents, regulatory actions, and reputational crises. Unlike emergency management, which focuses on immediate response, crisis management emphasizes strategic decision-making, leadership, coordination, and communication at the organizational level. The ultimate purpose of crisis management is to protect the organization from harm caused by high-impact events. Effective crisis management protects the organization's reputation and brand by ensuring that leadership communicates clearly and takes appropriate action during a crisis. It also protects financial well-being by reducing losses, limiting operational disruption, and managing regulatory and legal exposure. Crisis management helps preserve trust and relationships with employees, customers, regulators, and other stakeholders through transparent and coordinated responses. Finally, it protects both physical and intellectual property by ensuring that assets, information, and critical resources are safeguarded throughout the crisis lifecycle. Crisis management operates under conditions of uncertainty. Leaders often have to make decisions based on limited information and within very limited time. In most crisis situations, all details are not available at the beginning. Information may be incomplete, evolving, or even inaccurate. Despite this, management must act quickly to contain the situation and reduce impact. Delays in decision-making can worsen the consequences of a crisis. Another key principle is the ability to distinguish a crisis from a routine incident. Crisis planning defines criteria to determine whether an event is routine and manageable at the incident commander level, or whether it has escalated into a crisis requiring senior leadership involvement. This distinction is critical because crisis evaluation requires preparation, planning, training, and rehearsal. All employees should know how to report and escalate events when they are first discovered. Business Continuity Management, or BCM, is a structured approach to planning, organizing, and managing activities intended to ensure that critical business functions can continue during and after a disruption. The goal of BCM is to reduce operational downtime and to enable the organization to resume critical services as quickly and effectively as possible. According to ASIS, BCM focuses on preparing the organization to operate despite disruptions and to recover operations in a coordinated manner. Internationally, BCM is defined as a management process that identifies risks, threats, and vulnerabilities, and provides a framework for building organizational resilience and effective response. For security professionals, BCM connects operational response with long-term organizational survival and continuity. There is no single formula for structuring a business continuity management plan. Good practices must be adapted to the organization's culture, resources, industry, complexity, and risk environment. One common strategy is resumption and recovery in place, where critical functions are restored at the original site as quickly as possible after a disruption. Another strategy is contracting out selected functions. In this approach, specific operations are outsourced to maintain continuity when internal capabilities are disrupted. A third strategy is the relocation of critical functions, where personnel and operations are moved to alternate sites or externally controlled locations to ensure continuity of services. Organizations often use a combination of these strategies to achieve resilient and several international organizations provide expert guidance and frameworks for business continuity management. ISO 22301 is a globally recognized standard that specifies requirements for establishing, implementing, maintaining, and improving a business continuity management system. It provides a structured, auditable framework for BCM programs. The Business Continuity Institute, or BCI, is a leading professional body that offers guidance, certifications, and best practices for business continuity and resilience professionals worldwide. DRI International provides training, professional practices, and certifications focused on business continuity, disaster recovery, and resilience management. The ASIS BCM standard is particularly relevant for CPP candidates, as it aligns closely with the ASIS body of knowledge and integrates business continuity with security and resilience management. Together, these standards and organizations help establish consistency, professionalism, and global best practices in BCM. To summarize Chapter 1, organizational resilience is built on three interconnected pillars: emergency management, crisis management, and business continuity. Emergency management focuses on immediate response and life safety. Crisis management focuses on leadership, coordination, and strategic decision-making during high-impact events. Business continuity focuses on maintaining and restoring critical operations after disruptions. When incidents occur, they must be reported and escalated appropriately so that emerging risks can be identified early. Organizations must be able to evaluate the situation and activate the right response mechanisms, whether at the incident, crisis, or continuity level. Effective response and recovery help reduce impact, protect people and assets, and restore normal operations as quickly as possible. That brings us to the end of this chapter. Thank you for watching. If you found this lesson useful for your CPP preparation, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with others preparing for the CPP exam. In the next video, we will continue with the next topic from Module 2.